Big updates from Anfield. Liverpool have started contract talks with one of Arne Slot's key stars, and a second major deal is already on the table. Meanwhile, a former $76 million Reds target has spoken out about his tough Man United start, plus PSG's target could snub Liverpool for Real Madrid. And after Arsene Wenger's bold claim that Liverpool's summer transfer destroyed the midfield, Arne Slot has finally hit back. Let's break it all down. Our first news is Liverpool transfer news. Contract talks started for key Arne Slot star as second deal to be discussed soon. Liverpool have started contract talks with Dominik Szoboszlai and hope to reward him for his impressive performances in 2025-26, the latest report has claimed. The Reds will take on Manchester City at the Etihad on Sunday, with the clash a crucial barometer of whether the team have overcome the struggles that saw them fall 7 points behind Arsenal in the race for the Premier League title. Though the Merseysiders have lost 6 of their past 9 games, midfielder Szoboszlai has managed to excel in multiple positions. Boss Arne Slot has deployed the Hungarian in deeper midfield roles, as a number 10 and as a right-back, but he has found joy wherever he has played. Fabrizio Romano reports that Liverpool have begun talks with Szoboszlai regarding a new deal, and the transfer expert also claims that the club plan to open talks with Ryan Gravenberch soon. Dominik Szoboszlai, why midfielder has been Liverpool's best player. The biggest reason Liverpool have encountered difficulties in 2025-26 has been their inability to deal with second balls, with teams often playing more directly into their forwards and hoping to win control of loose possession. Unlike teammates such as Alexis Mac Allister, Szoboszlai is able to compete physically with most midfielders, and his immense pace helps him recover defensively. Liverpool have also struggled at times when defending from the front, but the Hungarian has often been used as part of the pressing unit in the forward line, stepping up front the middle of the pitch to help cover for Mohamed Salah. The 25-year-old's passing from deep has also been exceptional, and his ability to play progressively has been crucial following the departure of Trent Alexander-Arnold in the past summer. Can Szoboszlai and Gravenberch help Liverpool win Premier League title? Should Liverpool beat Manchester City on the weekend, the gap to first-placed Arsenal could be just 4 points, though the Gunners will be favourites when they face Sunderland on Saturday. If Slot is to guide his side to a second Premier League title, he will have to ensure that the team can win their battles in the middle of the pitch. Mac Allister was among the best players on Tuesday when Liverpool beat Real Madrid in the Champions League, but it remains to be seen how the Argentine will cope against upcoming opponents such as Nottingham Forest. Subscribe now for daily Liverpool FC updates. Our second news is PSG target desperate for Real Madrid move amid Liverpool doubt. Ibrahima Konate is in the final year of his deal with Liverpool, and with no new contract agreed upon, questions are starting to build about his future at Anfield as PSG continue to show interest. Reports indicate both PSG and Real Madrid are keeping a close watch on the situation and could make a move if negotiations stall before the January transfer window. Foot Mercado previously reported that Konate has drawn attention from several elite European clubs, including PSG, Real Madrid, and Barcelona. Despite that interest, Liverpool chose to keep him last summer rather than entertain potential offers. However, recent reports suggest Real Madrid have cooled their pursuit, even though the defender has made it clear he would like to join the Spanish club. According to Foot Mercado, Konate remains eager to make the move to Real Madrid, but the Spanish club no longer views him as a key target. Instead, Real Madrid have shifted their focus toward Dayot Upamecano as the main defensive addition they want to pursue. The club also seem to have accepted that Marc Guehi is likely headed to Liverpool, with the player leaning toward a move there. Recently, Foot Mercado also reported that Real Madrid and Upamecano have reached a verbal agreement, putting the Spanish club in the lead to secure the defender. The 27-year-old will become a free agent this summer if he does not extend his contract with Bayern Munich. As a result, it seems that the La Liga giants want to put all their eggs in the Upamecano basket to ensure that they land him as a free agent, rather than entertaining several options and not ending up with any because of not putting in the full effort needed. Stay tuned for all the latest Liverpool transfer news, contract updates, and insider reactions from Anfield. Subscribe now for daily Liverpool FC updates and breaking football news. Our third news is $76M Liverpool transfer target delivers candid verdict on Man United move after difficult start. Lenny Yoro has opened up on his decision to join Manchester United over Liverpool and other clubs, and despite the Red Devils' struggles, the French centre-back has no regrets. Despite attracting interest from football giants like Liverpool and Real Madrid, Lenny Yoro maintains that he has no regrets about signing for Manchester United. The 19-year-old centre-back joined the Red Devils last summer in a deal potentially worth up to $76 million. Liverpool had shown interest in Yoro and had communicated their intentions to Lille, but they anticipated his move to the Bernabeu. Even as they kept an eye on his situation, they ultimately decided against placing a bid, especially when Madrid chose not to meet the League One side's asking price. Consequently, United had the opportunity to negotiate a deal with the defender, offering him immediate regular first-team football, a prospect that wouldn't have been available at Anfield. Last season saw Liverpool clinch the Premier League title, while United experienced their worst campaign in the history of the revamped English top flight. They finished 15th in the table and suffered a loss in the Europa League final to Tottenham Hotspur, failing to secure a spot in Europe as a result, despite a challenging start at Old Trafford, including a broken foot that delayed his official debut until December. Yoro managed to make 33 appearances across all competitions during his first season. However, by the time he was fit again, Erik ten Hag, the manager who signed him, had already been sacked and replaced by Ruben Amorim. Regardless of the struggles United has faced since Yoro's arrival, the young defender insists he harbors no regrets about his decision to join the club. "Yeah, I know the media, sometimes there's some information that's not completely true sometimes," he told reporters, including our sister site, the Manchester Evening News, when directly asked about Real Madrid's interest in particular. "I've had a couple of clubs showing an interest, not just Madrid or United, I had a lot of clubs. Today my choice is Manchester, so I'm really happy with this. I know some people talked about this last year because of the results. I can understand them, but honestly, it's my choice, my career. I know what I'm doing, and I'm just going to be better in the future. I said a couple of times, even with last season, I never had this feeling of regret or something like this. I know Manchester United, I know sometimes you can have a bad season, but this club is a top club, so you cannot have doubts about this. I know the project of the club also before I came. Of course, I cannot expect the first year to finish in 15th position. These are some things you need to face also. Stay tuned for all the latest Liverpool transfer news, contract updates, and insider reactions from Anfield. Subscribe now for daily news. Our fourth news is Liverpool returns to Premier League action this weekend with a trip to Manchester City, and it comes after back-to-back wins over Aston Villa and Real Madrid. Arne Slot has needed some time to find the right balance at Anfield following a big summer of Liverpool transfers. But that hasn't stopped even more new players being tipped to arrive in 2026, when defensive reinforcements might be required for a couple of different reasons. Here is the Liverpool.com verdict on the transfer gossip to emerge around the Reds today. We start with a new name being put forward as a potential centre-back option. Diomande is a left-footed centre-back and he doesn't turn 22 until December. Liverpool already has Giovanni Leone as a long-term option but still needs Ibrahima Konate to pen new terms. Virgil van Dijk is getting older and a long-term replacement will need to be sourced. Joe Gomez is third choice at the moment but could have left in each of the previous 2 summers. Liverpool.com says, Diomande is a big talent but a move somewhere else might work best for him, rather than making the jump straight to Anfield. Right now, he wouldn't be guaranteed minutes. Adam Wharton, Crystal Palace. Liverpool could sign Marc Guehi next year with his contract set to expire in 2026, but the Reds have also been tipped to sign another Crystal Palace star in the not-too-distant future too. When you're doing so well, there's always going to be clubs floating around, trying to buy your big stars. The former Wales international Joe Ledley, who played for the Selhurst Park side for 3 years, told Gambling.com. You can't really compete with that, but Adam Wharton is a fantastic player and central midfielder. I've watched him a few times and he's a really creative player, always on the front foot, always looking forward, finding those passes. Still young, too. He's represented England as well, so I'm sure there'll be a lot of clubs interested in him, whether it happens soon or in a year or two. You want to keep your best players at Crystal Palace, and he's definitely one of them. Time will tell. I think he's had a fantastic start to the season and the end of last season, so hopefully Palace will hand out a few new contracts soon. Liverpool would be a good move for him, in that midfield area with Alexis Mac Allister. Also, Arsenal. Those sort of teams, the ones that get on the ball and are possession-based, he would suit. So it wouldn't surprise me if those two were interested in January or at the end of the season. Liverpool.com says, Wharton is a sensational midfield player, but there is a question mark hanging over his injury history. If he can stay fit, he is going to be one of the biggest talents to come out of an English team in this generation. Stay tuned for all the latest Liverpool transfer news, contract updates, and insider reactions from Anfield. Subscribe now for daily Liverpool FC updates and breaking football news. Our last news is Arne Slot hits back after Arsene Wenger claimed summer transfer destroyed Liverpool. Arne Slot has rubbished Arsene Wenger's claim that the £116 million signing of Florian Wirtz has destroyed his Liverpool team. As part of a massive summer spending spree, Slot broke the British transfer record to sign Wirtz from Bayer Leverkusen, a record since surpassed by Alexander Isak's £125 million move to Anfield. However, few of Liverpool's summer arrivals are performing well, with attacking midfielder Wirtz coming under intense scrutiny, having recorded no goals and just 3 assists in his first 15 appearances. Moreover, it seems Slot does not fully trust the German international, starting him in just 2 of the last 6 Premier League games and reverting back to his tried and trusted midfield 3. Recently, Wenger slammed the signing, with the Reds losing 6 of 7 games before last week's wins over Aston Villa, where Wirtz was benched, and Real Madrid, where he started on the left wing. They start him, they destroyed their midfield because their midfield was Ryan, Gravenberch, Alexis, Mac Allister and Dominic Szoboszlai. To play Wirtz they took Szoboszlai out, the legendary Arsenal manager said. What have they done against Aston Villa? They came back to their normal midfield of last year. Against Real Madrid, they play Wirtz, but Wirtz will play on the side because the manager has said, if you want to play again you have to play wide because I do not want to disturb the midfield. Wirtz did perform better when operating on the flank against Real, but Slot insists his signing can deliver in the number 10 role and suggested he had no interest in listening to Wenger's criticism. Everyone has a right to his own opinion and many of them have, the manager said in his press conference ahead of Liverpool's huge clash against Manchester City on Sunday. If I need open heart surgery, I am not going to tell the surgeon what he needs to do, but about football everyone is telling you what the best thing is to do, but that is also the nice thing about football because everyone knows it, so we can talk about it. I think we have 5 or 6 very good midfielders who can all play together, but they need to play more together to get the best out of every single player. Florian, he needs time to adapt to his teammates need time to adapt to him. But he now played off the left. But I can tell you, if it is not this season it is the other season, or if it is not now it is tomorrow, he will have great performances as a midfielder for Liverpool as well. There has been a lot of focus on him individually and I'm more focused on team performance. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's transfer update. But the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do we. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and confirmed deals. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss.